From the first tip to final buzzer, Houston's new home for Rockets basketball is Sports Talk 790.
Up 11, fourth quarter. Offensively, before the later breakdowns, what went wrong in that stretch?
No, really defensively, that we were taking out of the net too much in the fourth quarter again. We got some stops, got the game kind of going back our way in the second quarter, the third quarter. It's we've got to get more motion, more thrust in our offense, especially down the stretch. It's just we get too stagnant. We take it out of the net and we're kind of walking it up. We got to be a team that plays with more thrust and more pace throughout the fourth quarter. We just I think James's foot started really bothering him later on, but he was still able to have 9 assists and make plays for us. But and then Mayo hit some big shots for him.
Coach, that inbounds play with 2.6 I think left. There's just miscommunication.
Well, we were going to switch everything, and they set a pin down. Carter set a pin down on Mayo, and he popped back and got a wide open look and knocked it down. Yeah, that was just we're supposed to switch everything. We just didn't.
Did you want to foul after you'd gone within 3 and there's 27.6 left?
Yes, we were screaming
Okay.
foul, and I don't know. Everybody was thinking someone else was going to do it, I guess, and it just came in, and that's unacceptable. I mean, we've got to clean that up, and we had to get rhythm going there for a while. Like I said, in the fourth quarter, we got up, and we've got to be able to take those games. We've got to be able to take those games home. I mean, that was just a tough loss. I mean, especially after the massive hole that we dug out of, and the fact that we were able to, get us back in the game in the second quarter and get a lead, and then we had a substantial lead in the fourth quarter. Would you say it was 11? Yeah, I think it was the biggest, and just kind of again, at that point, you got to do one of two things. You either got to get stops, which we didn't, or you got to continue to score, which we fell flat on that too. So we got
Coach, you went small quite a bit there in the second half. Never saw Greg Smith come in. Saw Cole quite a bit in the first half. I'll talk about the decision.
Well, just kind of went small. After the start they had, they only played Kamen 18 minutes really, and they played Brand 14 minutes. So they were small, and it just. I didn't mind what we were doing. I thought we had some good activity with our small group, but they just played such a small lineup, and it was hard for us to stay big.
The starting unit has dug a lot of holes lately. Do you have a thought on why that might be?
Well, we've got to come out and we've got to be better than that starting out games. I mean, we've got to get up to better starts. That's just the bottom line. You just can't keep building 8, or you can't keep fighting out at 8 and 10 and 12-point holes. I mean, that's just too much. And look, I said that, watching from afar, we've got to get better defensively too. We slip defensively. We're really we make too many mistakes. If we're switching, we switch in the wrong angle. We were supposed to have a couple coverages that we didn't, and we'd gone over it, and we didn't do the coverage we said we were going to do, and those are all the things. And granted, I know that it's when you have young guys, a lot of times, they can do some of that stuff, but we can't. We've got to be better than that. We've got to know what coverages we're in. We've got to do it. If we're going to switch, we've got to switch. And we can't allow, like I said, OJ Mayo had 40 points in that. One guy kind of carried him, and we've got to be able to get the ball out of his hands and be better.
On that same note, Coach, do you feel like sometimes this team goes as James goes?
Well, like I said, James's foot was starting to bother him. He came down in the first half, and I took him out for a little bit, tried to give him a little rest, and he said it started stiffening up on him, and I mean. Right now, we're probably, honestly, I mean, he's a tremendous player, but right now we're probably relying a little bit too much on him. We've got to, and I've felt this all year long. We've got to get more movement. We'll have leads, and seems like our offense gets stagnant. We've got to fight through that, and we can't play so late in the clock. We got to keep our push going in our pace, and we're a much better team when we're pushing it.
What does Jeremy need to do to be more of a factor?
Well, I mean, Jeremy's going to be fine. I mean, that was just a game tonight where I thought Tony was giving us some good minutes, you know, and he was kind of pushing up and trying to. He was the one guy I thought that was pretty active and could try to maybe slow down Mayo. You know, I mean, we tried a bunch of different people on him, and he just didn't. You know, it just seemed like Tony had a good rhythm. Jeremy's going to be fine. I mean, you know, he's going to play more than that. He's going to be fine.
Minutes on the job, you thought Coach Sampson did?
Very good, very good. I thought the coaching staff did a tremendous job. You know, we had talked about doing a lot of stuff, and you know, and it was, you know, it was different being out there again. You know, I mean, I've been away for a long time, and we had to put in some stuff, and you know, I mean, I got to get caught up too. So I mean, with the team and with the coaches and stuff like that. So these next few days will be good for us. But again, like I said, that's one of those games where, you know, you can't have 11-point leads at home and not be able to close it out.
I fought so hard to sort of take control of that game, and then they went on that big run in the fourth. Can you talk about how that transpired?
We were just not smart enough. I mean, we had a good start. We come back playing together and sharing the ball and playing with defense, and then in the turn for quarter, especially like at the half of the third one and the first 7 minutes of the fourth, we kind of stopped them, you know, like moving the ball and giving different looks. We start to do, you know, like almost same things, and you know, we were kind of predictable. We're going to get smart. We're going to continue to work the last 2 games for 2 steps back for everything. We're going to bounce back against a team that is great in San Antonio.
They went to that 2-3 zone there in the fourth. Seemed to sort of slow your offense down a little bit. Did you feel like that was a good move for them or effective for them?
It was. I think it was. Just because we were predictable. And, you know, we showed that we're really young. We try to make score a basket that counts 20. And you don't have that. We need to continue to be, you know, step by step, grow, play together. And there was a way we get back to the game in the second quarter today. And we got to do the same through the whole game, especially against teams like this, and especially teams like they have a coach that plays differently, and a guy that Mayo today was hitting just everything.
It looked like on the inbound to Mayo at the end, where he hits the three, it looked like one guy switched and one guy didn't. Was it unclear whether there was switching or not switching?
We supposed to switch everything. To tell you the truth, I don't know what happened because I was on the inbounder and I was giving the back to the court. And actually it was mad because I touched it. I deflected. And even like that, you know, Mayo was open and he hit the shot. But yet the direction and the order was to switch everything.
The 20 turnovers, it seems like once you guys seem to get a handle on that problem, pardon the pun, and then it sort of comes back and bites you again, that inconsistency with protecting the basketball.
You're going to get that with the young team that we are. We got to learn to learn from mistakes and try to be as regular as we can. We play our pace and we, you know, playing, sharing the ball and giving different looks, like I said before. In the flow of the game, we have less turnovers. Then we were predictable. You know, the other team is set for defense, and we kind of hit the wall with that. So I think it's kind of like that.
Carlos, in your opinion, what is the biggest thing holding back this team's defense right now?
Our defense?
Yes.
No, we kind of getting up in the loop all right now. We've been talking about rotations and trying to trust each other and cover everybody's back. You know, it's been kind of difficult. We've been almost unable to work everybody together for the last week or so with the injuries and stuff like that. We're going to do to bounce and try to be back, you know, on the team that we were a week or 2 weeks ago, protecting the paint, making new rotations, and especially covering everybody's back.
Thought on why you guys have gotten off to some slow starts lately?
No idea, really. Seemed like earlier in the year our defense was the thing that fueled us. But I think now don't want to say we concentrate more on offense, but our offense is fine. It's just our defense, and it always seems to be the first or third quarter that seems to get us off on the wrong foot or have us start off, with large deficits and have to work our way back in the game. But it just seemed like tonight, it was the first quarter and we gave up too many points, and throughout the whole game we was fighting, and then we got a lead and couldn't maintain it.
Is it miscommunication? Is it just incorrect switches? What type of things do you think is going on?
I mean, it's probably a mixture of everything, probably just not calling out the coverage early enough, loud enough for each other to hear, not helping each other, not being in the right place at the right time, not being focused enough, not being tough enough. It's probably a mixture of everything. You just can't put it on one thing.
After the layup that pulled you guys within 3 with, I think, 27 seconds ago, were you guys supposed to foul on when Mayo went coast to coast on that?
No, not at all. I think we were just supposed to play out the possession. There was enough time left on the clock for us to get another shot. Probably trap him, get the ball out of his hands, look for the worst free throw shooter, maybe foul them down the stretch if not. But definitely not let OJ go full court and get a layup. That definitely wasn't the play.
How disappointing is it not to win one for Coach Mack tonight?
Not necessarily for Coach Mack, but just for us. We understand, him coming back, his presence here. He could be with his family, he could be handling other things, that are just as important, but he chooses to be here with us. So, that was more motivation for us tonight. But, we fell short as a team, winning for ourselves and also winning for Coach McHales. So it hurts, but it's another loss. But we have to focus on San Antonio now.
Overall, what is the biggest thing that's holding back this team right now on that end of the floor?
Just everything. Communication, transition defense, help side defense, just everything. We got a lot of work to do, and our offense is fine. We can't worry about that. We have to be able to win games and shoot the ball poorly. We can't score 109 points and lose a game. That's just inexcusable, and we have to fix that. And it starts with our starting 5 getting off to terrible starts.
Can you talk about the emotions of tonight with Kevin back on the bench?
It was huge. He's our coach, he's our leader, so it's awesome to have him back. It's tough not getting a win for his first game back, but I'm sure he'll get more comfortable. We'll get more comfortable with him around and just keep growing together. We're a young team, so we're going to go through a lot of things, a lot of ups and downs together. So we got to stay positive and stay together.
Chandler, this is the 3rd game in a row you guys have faced a deficit of at least 17 points. Do you have any sort of insight or theories as to why those slow starts have been plaguing you guys of late?
Nah, I wish I did, but it's inexcusable. We can't keep fighting back like this against good teams like Dallas and San Antonio. I'm even shocked that we're even in the game after getting down that much. So I guess it's good because we never give up and we show resiliency, but it's impossible to win games like that.
We're the same class in high school, so we had battles in high school, and then even in college, being in the Pac team together. So he's a great player.
How much was your ankle affecting the play tonight?
What was that?
How much was your ankle affecting the play tonight?
It affected me a lot. I couldn't really move. I was all my adrenaline, in that first half, and then when I kind of halftime, I kind of sat down and I got real tight. So just got to get treatment and ice and be ready to go.
How did it feel when Coach went small tonight? He kind of rode with that lineup for a while there in the second half. And you guys have had some great play from the bigs as of late.
We have some great play from everybody.
Yeah.
I think Coach at that time that lineup was most effective. So like I said, we just need to get it done tonight.
Were you screened off chasing him, or Chandler was screened by your guy?
I was guarding Mayo. He was trying to post me up in the corner. I got screened by Vince Carter.
And Chandler would have followed. Out there.
Can you talk about just the emotion tonight, just Kevin returning back to the bench?
It was a lot of emotions. It feels good to have him back on the bench. And, he always keep us positive when we're facing adversity or when things ain't going right for us. And I feel like we kept our composure and we came back, and I feel like we still had a chance to win the game tonight. Just miscommunication stuff. That's all. Stuff that we could fix and control. So that's a good thing about it.
How much is the NBA kind of a family when you see, the Mavs before the game starts, all giving Kevin a hug and everything?
Oh, man, that's great. That was real great character of the whole coaching staff and players for them to come over there to do that. And in San Antonio, before the anthem, you know, they told us, well, they announced, you know, a moment of silence and Miss Sasha. That was real special because, you know, the whole world's thinking about her and can't imagine, you know, anybody going through that.
Give us your thoughts on the smaller lineup we saw a lot in the second half tonight. Coach decided to run you and Jeremy again out there, which we've seen Coach Sampson do. And it seems like you guys had control of the game. Even after, you know, last couple games, we've had some big games by Greg Smith and Omar.
Yeah, it's good for us. I think we have an advantage, you know, no matter. All our guards are versatile, and with our system, the way we play in our system, you know, it's hard for teams to guard it. I like it.
You know, I just try to go out there, play hard, and you know, I'm not disappointed in my effort. Yeah.
Is it disappointing though to play only, I guess, 18 minutes?
That's just, you know, that's a coach thing, and you know, that's their decision. And I totally respect that. And you know, we're all in it together. We're on a team, and everybody goes through their individual ups and downs. But you know, we lost the game tonight, and that has to be the focus for all of us.
What do you think you need to do better?
You know, maybe play harder, maybe play better overall, and you know, offense, defense. I guess you know, make more plays on both ends of the floor, and you know, I guess be more efficient.
Coach said Jeremy's going to be fine. So how good is it to have him with the confidence in you, and that he's not putting any pressure like, well, Jeremy better step up, blah, blah, blah.
You know, it's nice to have. I'm glad he said that.
You guys have gotten off to slow starts in the last few games. Any reason you see that as a team? What's been going on there?
I just think, you know, coming out the gate, we as a collective unit, starting unit, we don't have the energy that we need to have. So we don't have that nastiness, that attitude.
How disappointing is it not to get back in there, Coach McHales?
It's always disappointing. You know, it was great to see him and have him back for sure. And you know, this is definitely one that we were right there and could have had. And you know, hats off to Dallas for how well they played. But you know, we really felt like offensively we did what we needed to do, but defensively we didn't.
There's really attitude's something that the other team can't take away from you. So is that more disappointing that you would come out and not have the attitude that you feel everybody needs, everybody should have?
That's just something that, you know, as a collective, you know, for us five who started the game, you know, we need to have that. And that starts with me at the top, picking the ball up and pressuring the ball and playing solid defense with high energy. So, you know, from that end, you know, I'll take responsibility because it does start with me.